Hi everyone, hope you're doing well, and those of you here on the East Coast, I hope things are getting back to normal for you, or as normal as they can be. And those of you that have reached out and or donated or asked how you could help, I really appreciate your good vibes and prayers and donations being sent to the funds that I listed below on my last video. If you'd like to see how you can donate still, if you go to my last video, which was labeled Hurricane Sandy, Hotlook, and VoxBox, if you go to that video, below the video there's links for the ways you can donate to the relief fund for the hurricane. So those of you that have done so already, thank you very much, and I've sent your prayers and good vibes. Appreciate that too. And if you'd like to donate, that's where the link is. So what I'm going to do today is my top 5 favorite foundations. I have used both drugstore and high-end ones, ranging from prices of $30 to about $7.99 or $6.99, depending on what drugstore you go to. So anyway, I guess I'll just show you in the order that I use them the most. Not necessarily favorite, but just how I've been using them recently. First I'm going to show you the one I probably have used the least, but I still really enjoy, is the Mary Kay Medium Coverage Foundation. And the only reason I really haven't used this as much is because I feel like it's more of a winter full coverage foundation. Even though it does say medium coverage, I definitely feel like this is a heavier coverage, and I tend to mix it with my foundation primers too, to give it a little bit of a lighter consistency, because it does come on very heavy. So here, I'll show this to you. I use the shade Ivory, and I'll show you just a tiny bit. It's just a cream consistency to it, and I'll show you. You blend it in. You can already see it is rather thick. So as I said, I like to mix it in with a primer to get a better consistency, and I use a foundation brush to blend this out, and it really does. I mean, you probably can't see as well in video, but it does cover everything. So this is great for those nights out when you want your makeup to last, or if you're going to a party or some kind of event like a wedding. This is great. This is going to last you all day. And the great thing about Mary Kay too is that there's consultants, and anyone can join and be a makeup salesperson. So I happen to have a coworker that I go to, and I can just run into her at work and be like, hey, I need a refill on this, and she says, okay, no problem, writes it down, pops it into her phone, orders it for me that night, and then by the end of the week I have that order in and she brings it to work for me. So that's the great part about that. So you can help out friends with business ventures, and you can get some great makeup out of it too. So anyway, the next one I wanted to show you was a drugstore one. It's the Revlon Photo Ready Airbrush Mousse Makeup. I use shade Shell. This is how it comes, and it's an aerosol can. So first you shake it up just like what you would. First you shake it up just like you would a hair mousse, and then you just need a tiny bit. This goes a little bit, goes so far, so a little squirt. That honestly is all you're gonna need for most of your face. I mean, maybe you might want a little bit more if you want a little bit heavier coverage, but that will cover everything. I'll show you. It blends out and it goes right into a liquid. And see, this covers my whole hand, and I still have more to blend. But it blends out really nicely. Again, gives you good coverage. Not as full coverage as the Mary Kay, but still very good coverage for if you don't really need as much. And then I tend to put a pressed powder over this, like my MAC pressed powder, after I'm done, just to seal it up and to give me a little bit more coverage. Alright, the next one I'm going to show you is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Liquid Makeup. This one is in shade Nude, and I tend to use this in the summer because it does have SPF 20 in it, and it is really great coverage, but it doesn't get cakey or sticky. So this one also is a liquid. This one doesn't have a squeeze tube, so what you do is you just put your finger on it and just go back and forth, and you get the color out. This is the color Shell. That's what I use in the summer, or no, sorry, not Shell, Nude 40. That's what I use in the summer when I get my little bit of tan. I mean, that's my tan. So again, I guess I'll show you on my wrist this time, because I'm paler here. As you can see, it's darker than I am. Again, a little bit goes a long way with this. And now my wrist matches the top of my wrist, where I have a little bit of color still from the summer, and it covers up very nicely. And I really don't feel like in the summer I ever need to put anything over this. I can just put this on, throw some mascara on, lip gloss, and head out the door, and it's a nice, quick, easy go-to. The next one I'm going to show you is the one I've been using a lot more recently because it's a newer product, but A lot of people on YouTube, a lot of beauty gurus have been raving about this, and so I had to try it myself, of course. It is the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Cream Makeup. I use it in shade 150 Buff. And I've always really loved, for drugstore concealers, I've always really tended to go for the Revlon ones. I've used their other ones for the dry, normal skin. I've used one for oily skin. I've tried all of them, and they really just do a good job with good payoff for the color, good matching of skin tones, and they tend to last. So, anyway, let me show you. It's in a little tub. So you turn off the lid. There's this little cover, and I tend to keep it on so I don't get it everywhere. And it's almost a gel-like consistency of this one. Let me see if I can show you. It's like, if you can see, I dip my finger in it, and it leaves an imprintation. So I feel like this is more of a mousse type formula than the other one. But I really like this. I use, honestly, that for my whole entire cheek. So let me try it. I'm running out of body parts. So I'll use it a little lower. Again, it just matches really nicely, and it's so silky. I feel like this one's going to be great for winter, and it blends in really nicely, and the color is fantastic. So I'm really loving this one. This is probably my favorite drugstore foundation right now. And I'm really happy that people have recommended this. It says it lasts 24 hours. I don't know about 24 hours, but I know I have fallen asleep with this on before, and it has been on the next morning. So if that tells you anything, it's got to be good. The last one I'm going to show you is one I've been using the most, and I have on today, is the Calvin Klein 1 foundation. It's a 3-in-1 face makeup with SPF 8, and this is in the shade Fair 200. And what you do is just pop off the top. It's a little squeeze top, a pump, and you twist it, and then I'll show you over here. You just squeeze it out. That's how it comes out, and I love this. It gives you such a dewy texture to your face, and I feel like now that I'm getting a little drier in the winter after I've primed, this just settles into everything perfectly. And I do use pressed powder on top of this just to get a more matte finish to my skin, but that's like a little bit goes so far, and it's so beautiful, and the feeling of it, I love it. So now that my hand is nicely concealed, you can see what a great job all these foundations have done, but I really do love these. So there you go, there you have it. You have my top 5 favorite foundations from both drugstore and high-end. I shall link them below, and the prices. Again, you might be able to find them varying in prices, or if you find coupons, you can get them for a little bit cheaper. That's always the great part too. I know all these I happen to have coupons with. Like this one normally retails for $30, but I had a $5 off coupon at Ulta, so I got it for $25 instead. So that's the great part. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. If you again have any suggestions for videos you'd like me to do, any looks you'd like to see, please leave them in the comment box below. And I hope everyone is doing well, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!